Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee. I'm not about to do another episode on R. Kelly because I don't think it's necessary. We all know he's disgusting. But I kind of want to touch on the topic that R. Kelly has provoked. And I've seen all across the timeline people, well, who do you find at fault? Do you find R. Kelly at fault, or do you find the parents at fault? Like, there shouldn't be an or in that sense. There should not be a R. Kelly or the parents being responsible. It should be R. Kelly and the parents are responsible. You know, I don't know all the factors. I just know that was a documentary. I don't know how accurate it was in depicting the situations. But I know as a parent, you really need to be involved in your kid's life. This is why your daughters need fathers. This is why, you know, you need to be involved in your kids' lives. This is important, folks. You can't just let YouTube teach your kids. You got to give your kids the tools necessary to maneuver in this fucked up world. Like, I'm not the greatest or wisest parent of them all. 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to figure it out just like you. But here's something you really need to do is you need to constantly teach your children. Stop lying to your kids about stupid shit. Like, I understand, like, you know, it's tradition. You want to tell your kids about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and where babies come from, and et cetera, et cetera. But I think a lot earlier than usual, I think you guys really need to start having teachable moments with your kids where you can teach them about how to deal with this world, because society is crazy right now. There are lunatics out there, and with social media, like, the entire society is structured different than it was when we were kids, like, depending on your age. And like, it's not fair. You got these old ass men have an unfair advantage over your kids if you don't educate your kids properly, and they're not going to teach them right in school. You know, they might learn the hard way in school, but what you need to do is have talks with your children. Whether it's a boy or a girl, you need to educate them. Like, you got to teach them how to handle these situations. Like, look, tell your little girl, what do you do if somebody touches you in a fucked up way? You got to tell them, man, you kick that motherfucker in the nuts. You got to teach them how to be wise enough to get out of those situations. You got to give your kids the tools. Because it's not enough to just say don't talk to strangers. It's not enough to to never let them around anybody you don't trust. It's not enough anymore. Like, unless you're going to be with your child 24 hours a day for the next 18 years, there's a good possibility that some fucked up shit is going to happen to your kids. So you need to educate them kids. Stop letting YouTube teach them kids everything. Stop letting their other fucked up friends teach them shit that their fucked up parents taught them. You know, and you need to sit down and have real conversations with your kids. Stop, thinking they don't understand, because kids understand a lot better than you think. Their brain is developing, but it's like a sponge where they soak everything up. So you got to sit down with your kids and teach them how to maneuver in this world. There is no way around it. This isn't, it's not rocket science. And I'm passionate about this because I have a daughter. Like, when I had a kid, like, my whole way of thinking has changed. It's evolved. I love to laugh and joke. This is on my comedy page, but I like to laugh and joke. But some things are real serious. You can't have your kids out here being stupid. You need to teach your kid. Well, my kids don't. You find a way to teach them to understand how to maneuver in this world. And I'm not talking about teaching them about reading and writing. They'll get to that. That's what they learn in school. What you need to do is teach them how to maneuver in this world. You know, if you got kids, don't be lazy on this. Don't fumble the ball on this. This is important. This will dictate your child's ability to function in society. That is the best way to protect them and keep them safe, is to teach them. You know, I don't have all the answers. And I'm sure this is an interesting conversation. So I'd like to know what y'all think in the comments, and, you know, let me know.